Hello, you are welcome. We are going to be looking at case study number 2 today, and this is on stock market, specifically on Meta. Then we are going to also be applying strategy number 2, but it's going to be a combination of strategy number 2 and 1. So we are going to start from strategy number 1 to strategy number 2. Okay, now what are we going to do here? We know our strategy number 2 is all about confirmation and continuation. So let's look at the Meta chart. We have this type of scenario where this was, previous low. Let me zoom it in so you can see it very well. You can see this was previous weekly low, monthly low. We'll start from the month. You can see it, Meta, then we'll start from the monthly time frame. We can see our formation there, and then giving us the high was taken. This was the low. Now price has come and take out that low. I usually mark it with monthly liquidity sweep. That's what I learned from trading smart money concept. Nonetheless, this is just a way price has now used to form a demand zone. Okay, so over here we'll have our monthly demand zone. That's after price has not taken out this month high. So on this month high, we want to see the possibility of price returning and coming back, a reversal type of trading. All right, so how can we see that? Since now that this month candlestick has taken out this previous month high point, we are going to switch to the corresponding time frame, which is on the weekly time frame. Now on the weekly time frame, you can see that at this point, what we'll be expecting is our type of candlestick formation. You already know, okay, that's our reversal candlestick formation for us to see if we can set this trade on the reverse. So we want to see what will happen when price come to the, as price has gotten to here. If you give us our type of confirmation candlestick pattern, we enter the trade and then we sell, just looking from 1 to 3. Now you have to take note of one thing, that this is on stock market. Most of the time you have very clean chart on the monthly and the weekly, but on the daily sometimes the chart may not be clear. So now we have spotted that price has already taken out the previous month high point. Let's look at what is going to happen if we are going to get our type of candlestick formation. Let me play it. Now we can see that this is not valid. Why is it not valid? Is because the number, this is number 1 candlestick, number 2 candlestick, number 3 candlestick did not meet our criteria. It did not close below the low of the number 2 candlestick. Okay, you should have closed below it with this type of candlestick body, but it used wicks. You can see that it was weak. It was after candlestick number 3, it was candlestick number 4 that now used the body to close below it. But that's not valid in our trading. So what we're going to be looking for is more opportunities. We are still going. Now what is happening over here? We can see that we have an opportunity here. Okay, this is the second attempt for a reversal trade. In the first instance was here, okay, but we didn't get it right because the candlestick formation was not valid. Then we can see after price has given us a weekly high that has been taken out, we have to see, wait and see what can happen. We can go to the daily time frame, but I've checked it, there's nothing valid there. You can also check it also, this on the current chart on TradingView. All right, so after waiting for some weeks, we can see this formation of reversal. So we can take this trade using our number 1 reversal pattern, whereby we just take the trade and target our 1 to 3. Let me see. Okay, this should have given us 1 to 3. That's not my target right now. Let me put it here. This is a 1 to 3 trade if we are taking it for using a strategy number 1, whereby as price has given us our candlestick pattern, reversal pattern, we want price to come back into this supply zone and then continue to come downward. Okay, now what do we expect next? Let's wait. Let me see how the trade will play out. Okay, this trade has been activated, you can see. Let's see. Okay, now we can see that this trade has been activated, whereby the previous week low has now been taken. This is on a week low. Since this week low has been taken, we expect price to be coming down. This first trade has been activated, you can see it. This first trade has now been activated, you can see. Let me show you. You see, we are already in this first trade. The signal is clear for the reversal. All right, let's go to our second trade, which is this one. Okay, this is a confirmation trade. Why is it a confirmation trade? Because this particular candlestick, this particular supply zone, weekly supply zone, first of all, it was on the signal of price coming from the monthly previous high that was taken out. Now that price has given us a reversal, if we're afraid that we don't enter this trade, we may not take this particular one. But we now have another opportunity whereby we have this supply zone coming from an already established supply zone. After it did that, it now also took out the previous low that it has, meaning that this is a confirmation type of trade. We have to now put our sell and target the usual 1 to 3. Let's see. Okay, so then we'll target our 1 to 3. Let's see how this trade will play out. Okay, so what that means is that we are expecting the price to come back into this already established supply zone and then come down to give us our 1 to 3. All right, let's see what happens. You can see it was a very nice trade. All right, you can see very nice trade. So if you lack confidence, you may not be able to take the first trade, which is the reversal pattern on this particular meta trade. But the most confidence trade of them all is this supply zone that is already coming from an established supply zone. This supply zone correlates with the higher time frame of the monthly, reversal monthly to weekly. Now we are now in the weekly. We also see that this supply zone now give us an established supply zone that has already taken out the previous low. What we just want price to do is to, kind of make a reversal into that zone that has been established and continue downward. And this has now given us our 1 to 3 risk to reward or type of kind of trading. That's all I have for you today.